Hey guys, hope you're doing well. On this week episode, I'm just gonna keep it a little bit informal, a little bit short. And hey guys, I hope you're doing well. On this week episode, I'm just gonna keep it really informal. If I'm honest with you, I wasn't able to prioritize the PowerPoint presentation. I wasn't able to prioritize this kind of content. I do have a presentation that I wanted to talk about. It was a 1v1 presentation. I think it's probably like 90% done. But again, I wasn't able to go check it out again and then like actually make it and then do all the editing and all the whole thing for me to post it on Monday. That is normal when I post the videos. Why I'm doing this? First of all, I could easily just skip and nobody will actually care. But I think part of it is me keeping myself my promises, so keeping myself accountable. I think that's important. And while I was thinking about all of this, I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna talk about those habits or the things that I wish I knew when I used to play. So first of all, I think, and I did mention, there you go, the first one is keeping your promises, right? So whenever you say that you're gonna do something, just do it. I think that's gonna crucial. That's gonna help you bring your confidence up. And again, I'm a truly believer that for you to perform well in whatever you're trying to perform, relationships, in class, in whatever, you need to be good with yourself. So whenever you're good, you're able to bring all that to the soccer field. So again, keeping your promises, stacking like different wins. So for example, if you have, if you say you're gonna wake up early, if you say you're gonna wake up at 5, and you wake up at 5 every single day, you are stacking that win and you're building that confidence, you're keeping your promises. Now, if you say you're gonna wake up at 5 and you end up waking up at 5:30 snoozing the alarm, then your subconscious starts thinking different about you. So you don't want to do that. Make sure you keep your promise. I wish I knew that when I used to play. I think a lot of things would have changed. Second, I think this is the overall of all the things. Being mindful about the stuff that I'm doing. So, for example, right now, if you don't know, I'm training for an Ironman. So being mindful about that, like having a plan, having like set times, having all this, having a recovery time, having the training sessions schedule, all that is gonna help me to actually achieve my goal. So being mindful, I know because I did it. A lot of players will just show up to the practice field, practice, and then they will be done. So they wouldn't really be mindful about what do I want to get better, what are the goals, what I want to improve on, like I said, or they don't even self-evaluate themselves, like saying, okay, I'm not good at this, I'm gonna practice on this. So being mindful is gonna be crucial, even like with nutrition and stuff like that, like recovery times and all things. So I think being mindful is gonna be crucial. I wish I knew how important it is to actually have like habits and seeking for that feedback. Second, about pushing yourself. Again, I think sometimes practice usually goes by motions. You're really not pushing yourself, and then you really don't believe that much on how capable you are to do stuff. So again, I bring it to my daily life right now. For example, the training with the Ironman. I'm actually training for a half Ironman, so it's not the full thing. And sometimes I can easily have the excuse of like, okay, we have practice in the morning. I'm doing all this. I'm walking. I'm going to jiu-jitsu. I'm going to kickboxing. I'm doing all these things, and then I could easily skip practice, or I could easily go slower because I'm doing all this stuff, or just have a day off. But then I'm like, you know what? I'm really not pushing myself. I know I can do better. And there's even people that can actually, like, if I'm training for a short Ironman and somebody can actually do the full Ironman, and like, yeah, I can do it. Like you can push yourself even more. So being mindful about that. Again, keeping your promises is gonna be crucial. And then the last one, I think the last point of the habits that I wish I knew is about learning. And again, I think it comes down to being mindful. So learning, watching the sport, seeking for feedback. So for example, if we're again in the practice field, if I were a goalkeeper and I will be like watching the scrimmage or watching something, like actually analyzing or thinking about stuff that the player could have done different, that your goalkeeper could have done different, but not just standing there and just watching and going by motions. So I think those are like the four things that you can start implementing or shifting or trying to learn more about those four things that are going to improve your game. And then one final thing I wanted to talk to is about Elite. Last week I mentioned that we're partnering up with Elite, and I haven't got into details to be honest about the partnership, but I'm really happy to be part of this family. Why? Because I used to wear Elite when I was really young. I remember even when I was in La Equidad in Colombia's the professional team, I was in the academies, right? And then the goalkeeper, the professional goalkeeper there, his name was Diego Nova. And I won a pair of his gloves, and it was actually Elite. I used to love those gloves. And then I keep like growing up, whatever. Went back to the brand, tried them, and I just fall in love with them. And I believe they're one of the best brands right now. Not, again, I'm not trying to sell you something or something like that. I really believe that. I wouldn't be saying it if I wouldn't believe it. I'm not that kind of person. And I did have different offers from different gloves, but I wasn't able to promote it because I really didn't believe that much on those gloves. Now that I have Elite, I'm more than happy to promote it because I use them, I like them. I think the people behind all of it are doing a fantastic job as well. Like you can see, Courtois right now has Elite. Big goalkeepers are having Elite. So it's again, it's not for me to sell you something, but give them a try. I will give you more update about all this partnership, all the things you'll be able to access to with the partnership. So as for right now, just wanted to finish the video. Just wanted to do the weekly video. I'm gonna be posting some training, so don't think this is gonna be everything I'm gonna post for the week. I'm gonna be posting some training videos, and that's it. Thank you very much for being with me. Thank you very much for tuning in. And if you haven't done it yet, let me just finish with this. There is a reel on Instagram where if you comment or you send me a message of Goalkeeper, I'm sending you the whole course of fundamentals about goalkeepers. So you'll learn like all the specific techniques of like how to dive, or even simple things about mindset as well, or just even simple things about like goalkeeper position, where to stand, and how to be mindful about all these little details about distribution and all that. So make sure you do that. Thanks for tuning this week, and hope to see you in the next one.